Hey everybody, this week we're going to talk about some things that Jesus said. So let's go ahead and listen to our story. John's disciples and Jewish leaders sometimes fasted. That is, went without food as part of their religion. One day, some people came to Jesus and asked why his disciples didn't do this. Jesus replied, "Do friends of the bridegroom refuse to eat at the wedding feast? Should they be sad while he is with them? But someday he will be taken away from them, and then they will mourn. Besides, going without food is part of the old way of doing things. It's like patching an old garment with new, unshrunk cloth. What happens? The patch pulls away and leaves the hole worse than it was before. You know better than to put new wine into old wineskins. They would burst, the wine would be spilled out, and the wineskins ruined. New wine needs fresh wineskins. Jesus was teaching that new life in him is new in every way. So in the story, Jesus is talking about how he has given us new life. So at the beginning, he's saying we should celebrate with him. As he says, we should eat with the bridegroom instead of fasting, because eventually he's going to go away. So Jesus is saying that we should celebrate him while he was on earth, because eventually he wasn't going to be on earth anymore. He's also saying that his coming is making the way we worship God and the way we show that different. He's saying things are going to change. He has changed everything coming and eventually dying for us on the cross. But at this point, they don't know he's going to do that. So he's saying he's changed everything for us, and our lives are going to be a lot different as Christians. So that still applies to our lives today. Jesus changes our lives in a lot of ways when we come to know him and come to worship and walk with him in our lives. So as we spend more time with Jesus, as we get to know him more and live out our lives as disciples, our lives change. We change how we think and how we feel towards things in new and exciting ways as we get to know God. So we're going to make a butterfly craft today. Why do you think we're going to make a butterfly? What do butterflies start their lives as? That's right, they start as caterpillars and then they become butterflies. So they undergo great changes, just like Jesus is doing in our lives. Craft, you're going to need a couple different colors of construction paper, a clothespin, a pipe cleaner, a pair of scissors, a glue stick, and a marker. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to take some of your construction paper, and I'm going to fold it in half because I'm only going to use half of my paper so I can save some paper for my craft next time. So then I'm going to take my half of construction paper and I'm going to fold it in half. And then on that, I'm going to draw a heart. I'm going to make sure the pointed end of my heart is on the part where I folded my paper. I'm going to draw my heart. Then I'm going to cut it out. So since I folded my paper, how many hearts am I going to end up with? That's right, I should end up with 2. So mine are still connected a little bit, which is okay. So there are my 2 hearts that are pink. And then with my other color, fold it and cut it. Again, so I'm just going to use half the paper. Then I'm going to fold it. Then I'm actually going to take my pink heart. And I'm going to trace it. But I don't want hearts that are the same size. I actually want hearts that are smaller. So I'm going to draw a smaller heart on the inside. The other heart just gave me an idea of how big to make my smaller heart. So I'm going to cut it out now. Then I'm going to go ahead and break my hearts apart. And then I'm going to do the same thing with my 2 blue hearts. Then I'm going to take my glue, and I'm going to glue my blue hearts into my pink hearts, like this. Then I'm going to take my clothespin, and I'm going to put the 2 halves of my heart into my clothespin to make my butterfly wings. I'm also going to take my pipe cleaner and I'm going to fold it in half, and then I'm going to curl around my fingers to make curly antennas on both sides. Then I'm going to also attach that inside of my clothespin. Then I'm just going to give my butterfly a little face. So there is my butterfly. And then on my butterfly's wing, I'm going to write, Jesus gives us new life. I hope you had fun making your craft this week. I hope you have a great week, and I'll see you in Sunday school. Bye!